Hi everyone, welcome to my reading today. And today I want to talk about how others see you. I have three piles here, three decks. Choose the one that you like the most. And I'm gonna start with this one. Remember the deck that you chose? I'm gonna come back to it. So let's start with this. Okay, let's see how others sees you. Got three decks. Your soul, your body, and your mind. So I see. So when it comes to your soul, you actually don't show much to others. You're very secretive. You're very careful about who you share your soul with. I'm pretty sure you don't even like to discuss your private matters with your friends or even family. Maybe just like one or two people on the whole planet knows what's going on inside your soul. It's not because there's something scary that you don't want to show. It's just you don't find it necessary to just go and brag about what you really think or what's going on there, what your secrets are. You keep everything to yourself. Maybe because your soul is very old, it's ancient, and you know that people don't really care what's going on inside your soul. And maybe you felt that a lot of people betrayed your trust in the past, so you'd rather keep it to yourself than get hurt. And I feel in your case, it's actually really wise decision because you know that there is not much people who deserve to know who you truly are, but when you meet them, you know instantly, and then you might share. And maybe this one, only one person on the whole planet who knows you so much, maybe this is the only person who deserves to know you. This is your body. So actually, people see you. There's like a lot of colors on this card. Uh, it's a beautiful card. So people see that you're very active, like a physical energy, physical body is a very active person. You always have a goal. You always doing something. So they see you as a strong, a very active person. I would say you're really attractive to people of opposite sex or even like the same gender. It doesn't matter. They find your energy really appealing, attractive. They want to be in your surroundings. They want to always be next to you because you kind of give them this power that anything is like, you give the idea that you have, like, you can do anything you want. Like, whichever you choose to go for, you always achieve it in one way or another. Maybe it takes you a lot of time, but you're still gonna achieve your goals. And you give this idea to people that anything you dream of is coming your way, and it's like so easy, and they think it's just like they can do the same. They would really like to follow you because they know that you're wise, smart, that your body is like, you don't show when you're sick, so they always think that you're always healthy. So maybe they're gonna complain about their health problem to you, but you're never gonna do this to them. So it's kind of feels like a pleasure to be in your company because it's always about like positive things. You're only gonna share positive things with others, and you're only gonna share your achievements. You don't share your failures. You don't share the hard work that goes behind your achievements. So you never drag anyone down, and because of that, people always gonna go to you. And I feel like your physical body is kind of attractive to others in a way that you always choose what you're gonna wear, really, like you dedication to details and maybe fashion and trends. Maybe you don't really follow fashion per se, but you know your style, you found it, and you know how to dress nicely, and you know how to look interesting. And I feel maybe sometimes people get jealous of you because you're always standing out from crowd and from your peers, and that's why people are really attracted to you. So for example, even if you're going to be doing makeup, that's going to be something different, like always something crazier than others. So people really going to look at you with admiration, and they always ask you, oh, where did you get this from, or where did you get that from? Also, you might not be this like beauty for social standards, but the way you look, people always find you attractive. You might have these friends of yours who better looking, but they always have this trouble of like finding like partner or meeting someone. You never feel this way. Like you're always surrounded by people. There's always someone who wants to like date you or flirt with you, and you're always wondering why. It's like there's nothing. It's like you're not like Empress card. Like that would be the card that presents like this physical beauty that like people can't resist. But you see you on the horse. You're always like a warrior. You're always doing your thing. But people yet find you attractive, and I think it's because of your energy, the energy of the warrior, the energy of doer, the energy of someone who do not hesitate to go into battle. If you have something in your mind, you just go for it, and people find it. They find it like irresistible, because there is not much people who actually very active, who are actually gonna do things. A lot of people who gonna say you, oh, I have, for example, this idea, I wanna do this or I wanna do that, but they never do it. So others always see you doing things. You don't talk much about what your plans or what's on your mind, but you just do it, and they find you. You always you're always active, and it's really attractive trait of yours. So for example, you might be the only one who, for example, gonna be going into yoga or dance class or anything crazy, like even any sport activities, like even going paragliding or skydiving. Among everyone you know, it's just gonna be you. So they see your body as something undestructible, something crazy. It's like you always trying things, you're always there. You look younger than your age, you look healthier than anyone you know. You always dress up like regardless your age. Like for example, you don't care how old you are, you're just gonna wear what you want because you have the style and it suits you. And I would say people always are amazed by you of how you pulling off these things that no one can. And your energy is the most attractive thing in you. It's always there, even if you don't feel yourself, if you feel down, or like even if you feel sick but you're somewhere outside, yet people always gonna get attracted to you because this is your energy. It's like it's so unique. It's the energy of a warrior, and it's amazing. This is your mind. It's kind of the same, very similar cards. When it comes to your mind, uh, it's exactly the same how people see you. Your physical body and your mind exactly the same. You always go for things. You always have this next like project you're working on, next thing you want to study, next thing you want to try on, the book you're going to read. Like there is always something new. It's like you always the wands represents the past, so you always attach to your past. You always know what you've done and you don't let it go in a good way because you're going to use it in future. So I think your mind is very strong in a way. It's like the mind of logician. So you use your logic, you use your experiences in life, you use the experiences from your past lives as well. And you're not just gonna go and like explore something silly just because everyone is doing it. Before you're gonna try something, you're just gonna sit down and think using your logic, using your past. Should you do this? If it's worth your time, is it something beneficial to you? And then if you decide that this is something you need to do, you're gonna do it. So for example, if in your mind you decide to try a new thing or new social media or a new job, or if you want to move somewhere, anyone around you, people you know, they're always gonna like approach your decision seriously because they know that you don't do anything spontaneously just because like everyone else is doing it. So it means if you're doing something, this is really good decision, and they might follow you. So for example, if you're choosing new social media, like all your friends gonna pop up there like in a few days or weeks because you're there. They're just gonna follow you there. If you want to try a new place to go to or anything new, like everyone you know gonna follow you. Even if you don't share, just like some way they're gonna find out and they just gonna follow you. Anything that's on your mind, if you speak it, it's like you create this new reality that no one ever considered to be there. So they most likely follow you because they know that you are really smart, intelligent, wise, you like, it's like feels like you understand life, and they see you like this wise person. Even you can be younger in your group of friends, but they know you are the wisest one. If you say something, there is always like huge foundation for this. You just don't try like silly things. You're gonna be the hardest one to pull into some kind of like shenanigans, because you always think of the results of what's gonna happen if you do this particular things. But if you know that you wanna try it, you're gonna be the craziest one to try and go for it, crazier than anyone else. So it's kind of this duality in you. You're very cautious, but you are the most daring. And some people might look like they are like crazy, uh, like like for example crazy hippies, but they actually don't do anything. You might look like the most self-together cautious person, but you're the one who's going to do the craziest thing. So that's why people always surprised by you. They always see you as someone really interesting, someone full of surprises, yet someone really grounded. So for example, if they're going to be thinking about someone to go for advice, it's going to be you. And also, if they're going to be thinking about trying something crazy, they might want to try it with you. And you you are like hidden leader. You don't care about like position of a leader per se. You don't want to lead any group, or you don't want to be the like the at the top of the, for example, wherever you work at. You don't care of your position, but even your boss gonna ask your opinion on a subject. Among your friends, before doing something, they always gonna see if you're gonna be doing this. So you kind of this leader behind the back, but everyone knows that you are the one that actually the leader. So if something happening, like they're gonna go to you, because I would say if you ask me for one thing, one word to describe how people see you: strong. Strong and powerful. Mind, body, and soul. And I think even the soul, they think your soul is very interesting, mysterious, and full of secrets, because you don't show much. Because others might scream about what's going on in their heart and soul, but you're the one who always silent, and you're the one that people want to know what's going on. So you're really strong. Others see you as the strongest, independent, craziest person out there. I want to pull one card, like the bottom of the deck, to see like what really you hiding, what's actually the card that represents you. The Blasted Tower reversed. Uh, it's actually you hiding that, not even hiding it. The card represents that you rarely do any mistakes. All the mistakes you do, it's the mistakes that you do like consciously. You know that you're gonna do this mistake, you're fully aware, but you're still gonna try this thing because you really want to. So even if everything like collapsing and crashing down, it's your choice, because you chose to have it. Sometimes for just out of curiosity, because you want to try these things, because I feel your ancient soul tried so many things in the past. So for you, it's really rare that you get drawn to something, that you actually surprised by something and you want to try it, because you actually feel that you've tried it all. There is no need to try crazy thing or just like experience something unhealthy, for example, because you've done it. So for you, uh, you don't even show like how, I would say, how really smart you are. Your mind is extremely it's not even strong and powerful. There's like omnipotent. It's your mind is like the mind of the god in a way. You can create anything you want. You know what to expect from anyone. You want to expect from the future, from the past. Your mind has this ability to calculate your every move based of past and future and the present moment. You know all your weaknesses and strengths. You know how to use them. it's it's actually this deck, if you chose it as a human being, you're amazing. It's the balance is insane, and you don't might even show this much because it takes time to get to know you. It's like it takes a lot of time for you to open up to people, but the moment you open up to someone, these people will never gonna be able to leave you because they never met anyone like you, and they know how special you are, and they know how rare and unique you are. So really, if you show yourself to someone, these people will never forget you. They will never let you go, and they're always gonna be in your life because you choose so wisely to whom to share your like your life and your inner world. And I like that people understand who you are. They understand your strengths, and I like that you actually protecting yourself but not showing yourself right away to people who don't deserve you. And amazing balance. If you chose this file, I love the balance in you. It's strong, but yet you know when to stop and become weak, which is also very rare. Okay, let's move on to another pile. So the second pile was this deck, the Hermetic Tarot. Let's see what's there. Okay. So, body and mind. Wow. The soul, the first card, the Magician. So people see you, especially people who know you, they see you as the crazy one, the someone who always like dares and experiment, and probably you into a cult and maybe like magic, witchcraft, into runes, all of these gods and deities, history, ancient times. Like maybe you're a bookworm. You always doing your research. You're always looking for something new, something incredible, amazing. You always blow people's minds. There is like always something that like happening in your soul, and you're always gonna share it. You are definitely the leader of the group in a way that you're like a ray of sunshine. You're just like a firework, like this explosive energy that comes in a room and like everyone notices you. It's like as long as you're not there, like the party doesn't start, like nothing starts. It's just like blank tasteless conversation, and then when you come in, that's it. It's like everyone been waiting for you. When you arrive, the real life starts, the adventure. So every time you grant your presence to someone, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so crazy, so interesting, and I feel like other people don't really like even have ability to follow you. They just enjoy you. They just enjoy your craziness. They enjoy your presence. They enjoy everything you have to say. They might even participate in your new discoveries, and they like wowed by the stuff you know and experience and see. But it stops there. Regardless how amazing you are, you're always by yourself. You're always by yourself with your work, with your practice, with your discoveries, with your search and books and everything you're into. With your art, you probably create something, but no one can match you. When it comes to your soul, you're like extremely open to everyone. You're just like a child who wants to share, who you can't just keep it to yourself. If you discover something, like you have to show it to the whole world because you just can't imagine that like others can live without this knowledge. You just need to give it to them. Like, you know, like Prometheus gave the fire to people and get punished for it. It's kind of like your story. It's like you share, but then people start judging you. They start like holding it against you, and they remember your crazy stories, they remember your crazy experiences. So it's like a double-edged sword. You're amazing and they really want to be with you, but also behind your back they might judge you a lot and gossip about you, but nevertheless they will never stop being amazed by you, and they always crave you. They always crave to be with you, just to hear you talk. And Magician, the Magus of Power, like really strong card. If your soul got this card, it means your soul comes from magic. not even your bloodline. I'm not talking about your ancestors or your parents or your grandparents. I'm talking about your soul that been reincarnated so many times. So it means your soul practiced magic in its purest form since ancient times. You know, in Tibetan Book of Dead, they say the last thing that you've been into when you die, this is the thing that you carry to the next reincarnation. So it means every reincarnation you had, you've been into occult and esoteric science, into history, like a scribe. You've been an author, you've been a mage, you've been a witch, you've been all of these insanely mysterious things, and that's why you're still so drawn to them. Astrology, astronomy, any crazy science, anything that is visionary, anything that is like from future and from the past, you're into all of this and you're fascinated by all of this. And your soul, if it's represented by this card, it's insanely amazing and you have all the tools. So it means you can become anything you want. And then let's see your body. How others sees you. Oh wow. So this is the card. It's not a tarot card. It's just like the end of the deck. It's like the cards that's like saying that hermetic deck and who is it made by, and it shouldn't be in the deck, but you know, in runes they have this empty rune, and the message from the empty rune is just like you don't need to know anything. And I've left this card in a deck as a message that like you don't need to know anything at the moment. It should be a secret. Like it's not for you to find out. It's not important. It's not gonna change anything. So getting this card for a body, it means people actually, they can't even describe you. They don't know how they see you. Every person, they see you differently. It's like for someone you're gonna be the most like gorgeous person out there, like amazing looking. It's just like everything is perfect in you. And for others, like your physical body doesn't even exist because it's like overtaken by your mind. It doesn't matter how you look like, it doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter your shape or form or like color, size, age. It doesn't really matter because they see your soul. Your soul is so active that this body means nothing. Even if someone, for example, you're not somebody's type, but 5 minutes with your soul and they stop looking, like they can see. Your soul is everything. Body has nothing to do with who you are. It's just, even your soul probably thinks the body is just like this temporary cover that you get for being reincarnated on earth. You even might have these feelings that you don't belong to your body. You don't like your reflection in the mirror because every time you look at yourself, you feel like this is not you. It's like always surprise. Oh my God, who is this? And then, oh, this is me. This is me. I know it sounds crazy, but actually a lot of people, they experience this, especially people who are into occult and who are really connected to the higher self and they practicing a lot. They start changing the way they look over time because they becoming more like them. So it's something about you. Probably the way you looked like 5 or 10 years ago, it's totally different from the way you look now. So your body is not even, it doesn't feel like it belongs to you. It's just like you're borrowing it for like your lifetime. So people don't really see it. It doesn't matter. And your mind, let's see what's there. Wow, 2 of Cups, Lord of Love. So your mind is actually like the magician. It's love, full of abundance, full of this water. You're giving so much love to everyone. You love people, you love nature, you love animals, like aquatic creatures. You love everything, like plants, insects, like everything. Everything that is living, you just love it. And you're sharing your love, you're giving your love so much. So you just this amazing human being who has a soul and mind of a beautiful child, and you live and you share this your beauty with the whole world, and you're so open. You don't hide anything. If someone asks you the most like intimate question, you're always gonna answer truth. You're not gonna hold back anything. You don't play games, and people know this. They know it right away. They see it in your eyes, they see it in your presence. And I feel like others when they realize who you are, they can't even play games with you anymore. They kind of, when they're in your presence, they kind of become like you. They become like this child. They have this throwbacks to their childhood, and they remember how they used to be and how beautiful it is to be without boxes and limitations, without all of these cages that we build for ourselves. And you are pure magic. You are the reason why people believe in miracles. You are the reason that people still believe in good people, because of you. It's very hard. You've given a lot of your heart and soul and mind, but because of you, others can believe in love and kindness and generosity, because of people like you. So be open, even if someone hurts you, even if you know someone can deceive you. It's your nature. Don't try to be someone else. Just be you, because this is amazing. You are amazing. You are magic. You're very special. And I'm gonna see the bottom of the deck. What's there? Wheel of Fortune. Lord of the forces of life. So, Wheel of Fortune tells me that even though you're so magical and loving and caring, and yet you have this balance, you have this power in you to actually be independent. Because you, of this beautiful heart of yours, you don't want to be dependent on anyone. You don't want to just like waste somebody else's time and money, and you really don't want anyone to work. You don't want anyone to struggle. You don't want anyone to be in misery. So you want to do everything yourself. So you're the one who's trying to help everyone with your magic. You're the one who is giver, but also you know that like sometimes when people, when they receive too much from you, they never give back or they never acknowledge it, you're gonna turn around. You're just gonna turn your back to them. But you're not gonna say anything bad. You're not gonna bash. You're not gonna be like negative to anyone, because you are the love. You're the embodiment of love and magic and pureness in this lifetime. And the universe is on your side. You are number one, the magician. But the Wheel of Fortune is 10. 10 is 1 and a 0. 0 is the beginning. It's the sphere, it's the circle when everything gets born from. And the 1 is you. It's like you have this connection with the universe, with the ancient times. You have the connection with honestly anything, with the nature. You have the connection with higher beings. You have the connection with these deities that you may be praying to, with angels and demons, because you're pure soul, and everything will be given to you. Like the King Solomon, when the God asked him, "You're so righteous, what do you want from me?" And he asked to be wise, and because of that, God gave him everything, all the riches of the world. It's the same story with you. You don't ask for money, you don't ask for like better job or anything like that. You don't ask for material things, but everything is given to you because universe loves you. So if you feel like you don't receive these blessings from the universe, it's just because you still don't know who you are. You are not able to unlock your powers. The moment you become who you are, you're gonna receive everything that you don't even know that is there, the things that you still don't know that waiting for you. So unlock your powers. Now let's move to the deck. Number 3 was this one. Let's see what's there. Soul, body, and mind. Your soul. The Ion, and it's reversed. Like in the first pile, you don't show yourself at all. And your soul actually, in this deck, this is Aleister Crowley's deck, this represents the world, the universe. This Ion, that the way he called it, it's like the highest god,